Hey you guys, happy Friday. So today is the much requested Foundation Friday for the new Neutrogena Hydro Boost Foundations. It's called a hydrating tint and it has hyaluronic acid in it. And this says it moisturizes and plumps skin for 24 hours. I did pick up number 40, which is called Nude, and number 60, which is called Natural Beige. I really couldn't find one in between. I don't know, when you go to the drugstore, it's so hard to figure out what your color is. And I know that I've used these once, but I literally washed off the foundation like right after I wore it because that's not what the video was about. So, I definitely think whenever you're doing this, it's going to have to either mix two to find your perfect shade, or you're going to have to buy a couple. But I just didn't feel cool about trying on the testers on my skin in the store because I just get a little skeeved out over that. So let's try it. Now this says it's a hydrating tint. I do have the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Anti-Aging Perfector, which actually looks like it might be a little bit more heavier coverage. So comment below and let me know if you guys want me to do this one. But I think I'm going to do next week the oil-free Elle Foundation, and I believe this is called, I don't know. Somebody help me. What is this one called? This foundation called? I know some of you guys were excited that I was going to try this, but I'm going to definitely try this out next week, so we'll see. But this, when it says tint, what does that mean to us? It basically means that it's not a full coverage. It is definitely something that can be applied by your hands, a brush. If you're going to use a sponge like I do, because I'm just going to try to do it the normal way, it's going to shear it out a little bit more. And I want to see how it stands up to, I don't know, to the elements and to my day. So if you want to see how we're going to do this and how it wears all day, keep watching. All right, so to start off, I think what I'm going to do is I have all of my normal skincare on because I just wanted to do everything I normally do. Honestly, I usually do a illuminizing primer or something of that sort, but I didn't want to affect the way that this foundation gave a glow because that's what it says. It has hyaluronic acid in it, which obviously is the active ingredient in here that plumps the skin. If you don't know a lot about hyaluronic acid, go ahead and look it up, but it holds its weight 1,000 times in water. So it pulls water into your skin and it holds that moisture and hydration and literally plumps the skin from within. I will tell you honestly, I'm not super knowledgeable about how much hyaluronic acid can be in a foundation of this cost, because I believe this foundation was probably like $10 or $14, so it's not bad at all. I am going to, just to see if there's a difference, I am going to set one half of my face, so the left side of my face, I'm going to set all of my skincare with Urban Decay's All Nighter. Perfect. And the reason being is because, if you watch my videos about how to make your makeup last all day, I'll link that below. You set your skincare first, and then you can obviously set the whole face again at the end. But I just want to see if that makes a difference. So I'm just going to let that kind of go in for a second. I am going to apply number 40 first, and I'm going to apply it under the eye. Again, not on the eye, but just under the eye. Just kind of go like this. Like in the center of my face, that's what I'm going to do. It doesn't really have a scent, so that's kind of nice. Right here, all the places where I have some redness. And again, I'm just kind of custom blending my foundation color since I know that this is not my foundation color. So just kind of blending this in. All right, and then I'm going to take number 60, and I give it a little shake, and I'm going to apply this to the perimeter of my face. So I'm going to take my damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to push it in. All right, so it actually blends really nicely with a beauty blender, so that's cool. But definitely the coverage is very light. Actually, this reminds me of the coverage I did in the video about the no foundation makeup look. This is a little bit heavier coverage than that, but it definitely is not full coverage, but it looks like you can build it up, which is interesting. All right, so what do you guys think? This is one coat. It's very light on the skin. It's not overly glowy or dewy, so this is great. I think it would be great for combination skin, obviously dry to obviously normal. If you have oily skin, it might be really pretty, but I think you are going to still have to apply your mattifying bronzer and probably set this with some, obviously we'll set it with some powder, but some mattifying powder, because it does have a natural like skin finish to it, which is not a bad thing. It's really actually quite a beautiful foundation. It feels very light on the skin. Just for giggles, I'm going to see if we can build this up just a little bit. It's not separating on my nose, which I like. That's exciting. And I'm just going to build it up in the center of my face because that always looks a little bit more natural when you build up some of the coverage in the center of the face and kind of leave the perimeter of your face having less foundation on it. Okay, so definitely it is, I'd say more coverage than a typical tint. So I really don't think that this should have been called a tint. I think this should have been like a sheer to medium finish, because you can build this up. Like, this is actually a pretty nice coverage. This is definitely something that I would wear on a daily basis, so I'm excited. It feels really light on the skin. Let me see. Doesn't feel too tacky or heavy. So let's see how that goes. I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so my makeup is on, and it actually blended out really beautifully with everything else I put on, my concealer and my powders and things like that. Do I feel a plumping, or do I notice a plumping? Not really. I don't feel like there's extra hydration added, which is what hyaluronic acid is supposed to do. I did set with my normal powders that I do, which is the Hourglass and the Laura Geller. I also set some of my face with a mineralized skin finish, so nothing like super matte. I did notice that it did start to feel a little dry, I will say that, which is so odd to me because that's just not what it's supposed to do. So I take back my kind of thought about this not being great for oily skin. This might be great. I mean, if you're excessively oily, it might break up on you and it might not be amazing. But if you just have, like, you know, maybe a little bit more than combination, I think it might be really nice for you. Now, if you have dry skin, you're gonna have to prep your skin really, really well before you use this, because I do think that it might kind of grab on some of your dry patches. But overall, I'm a big fan. I think this is really beautiful. I think that it gave a nice coverage to the skin. It is definitely not full coverage. It doesn't claim to be, so that's cool. But yeah, so let's see how it wears all day, and I will apply and I will definitely put all of the full face details in the description box for you guys. Oh, and I did set my face with a setting spray because I do every single time. So I like to take that powderiness away. And so I did set it with All Nighter from Urban Decay. And I do think it added a little bit more hydration. I would love to have tried the Urban Decay Hydrating and Cooling Setting Spray. That might have added a little bit more hydration to the face. But come along with me and we'll see how it holds up throughout the rest of the day. Hey you guys, so it has been about 3 hours and it's holding up really nicely. I like it. I'm super impressed actually. This holds up just as well as some of my other high-end foundations. I will say that if you are more dry like I am, I definitely over-powdered. The luminosity to the skin that I normally like is not really being achieved at the moment, so it's holding up strong. I really, really enjoy it. It's been put through the ringer. I went and got my brows kind of shaped, and I also got them tinted, so they're just a tad bit dark right now, but that is amazing. By the way, if anybody hasn't done the tinting of your brows, kind of amazing. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm super impressed. I'm really a big fan so far. Let's see how it continues to wear. It doesn't feel tacky, which I love. It feels light on the skin still, so let's see how it does the rest of the day. Also, too, a little mini review. I went in and got the peach, sweet peach lip gloss from Too Faced, and this is in Papa Don't Peach, and I am not a big fan of it by itself, but over something, it's really great. All right, talk to you soon. All right, you guys, so it is just about sunset, and I just wanted to give you a check-in because it has been probably 7 hours of wear with this foundation, and I am impressed. I will say that. I am impressed. I have really, honestly, I would be way more oily than this way before this. So it is definitely a more like natural finish to the face rather than luminous, hydrating. I think it's great for a lot of people. So my final like words on this are, this is a great foundation. It is lightweight, it is definitely long lasting, and as you can see, I have hardly any shininess to my face. I'm just like so impressed. Like I definitely will be wearing this more often. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, and lots of love from me to you. I'll see you guys soon. Mwah! Bye.